Is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's mystery knife giveaway live event. As the title suggests and the thumbnail, the knife tonight is valued at $180. Also, as the title suggests, it is a complete mystery, a mystery that I will be revealing later for everybody. Everybody's got an equal chance to win, same rules. There's a link in the description. You just need to go to the link and leave your comment. That's pretty much it. I can't carry the same knife 2 days in a row. That is, that's an issue that I would actually be really curious to find out what percentage of the community has one knife and one knife only, and what percentage has a rotation of 3 knives or more. I feel like in order for it to be a rotation, it has to be 3 or more, right? Because you can't really rotate with 2. That's alternate. Am I right? Yeah. A rotation has to be 3 or more. There's no way you can consider, I mean, like, well, I don't know. It has to be more than 0.1%. I mean, I know it's low. I know the vast majority of people own more than one knife, but like, there have to be quite a few people who like just have one pocket knife, right? There have to be. Until they discover this, until they discover that channels like this exist, and then they're like, oh crap, now I feel obligated, right? You got a Crooked River today, and you already love it. That is one of Benchmade's best knives ever. Good evening, Josh. What's up, man? You want a Max Ace. Max Ace knives are ridiculous, but man, they are built super well. Crazy well. I know. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't believe you lost. I can't believe they lost, but they did. I mean, what are you going to do, you know? We didn't want it bad enough, I guess. Bummer. Oh well, there's next year. I really thought we'd go a lot further, but dang. I really didn't want to see that happen, but I don't know. I'm still riding the high from the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, so I mean, I would have loved to see the Jayhawks, you know, at least make it to the Final Four, but oh well. Yeah, Purdue. What does the Crooked River look like? It looks pretty relaxed. I mean, like, okay, the standard one has like wood scales, and it looks very much like, if you're a hunter, then this knife is exclusively for you. But then if you go to the Benchmade custom shop, you realize that the profile of the knife is not one that only belongs in the wilderness. That's the standard aesthetic they went with. But if you build them, they're one of the most, like, they're one of the funnest knives to build in the custom shop, because you have the bolster to scale contrast, the bolster to pivot collar contrast, and then the scale to bolster to pivot collar to blade contrast, or the blade to I'm mixing myself up. There's a lot of different contrasts, and it's really, really fun. It's freaking expensive, though. If I ever want to sell the Titanus, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to keep this. And I'm also going to be double honest. Max Ace sent this one to me for free. And I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. And I mean, like, if I were, you know, for a carry knife, I don't think so. But for sit around and look at this freaking ridiculous hulking monstrosity of actually really, really high build quality, you know. Yeah. I actually really think this is awesome. It's just so over the top. I mean, look at the pivot.
Let's take a moment to appreciate the exquisite details of the Max Ace Titanus. Notice the not-so-subtle hues of gold laying over the darkened vista behind.
I'm done. Yeah, it is gigantic. Nearly a 1/4-inch blade stock. Absolutely huge. Would I trust the knife in a self-defense scenario? I don't know. I don't... Like, is that a serious question? I mean, I don't know. I'd trust any of these about as much as I would a sharpened stick. I don't think that, like, let's say you have the most perfectly crafted folding knife for self-defense. You're at like a 0.0008% advantage. I mean, I think a baseball bat is better. And, you know, to quote Nick Shabazz, I think a good pair of running shoes is better than anything. So, yeah, I just don't do the hypothetical back alley, you know, gangs in New York knife fight thing, you know? I just don't know. Show off the Terzuola? Yeah. I knew this was going to be epic, and I am very happy to say that I was right. This is the... Oh, Jordan Adams, thanks for your donation. Just got my hands on a Microtech Stitch Ramlock and on secondary for regular price. No, oh, wow. Awesome. Congrats, man. This is the Custom Knife Factory and Bob Terzuola Eagle Rock in S90V. This version is sporting the CKF wash blade, zirconium bolsters, Timascus pivot collar, zirconium backspacer, and the carbon fiber scales. This is, in my opinion, the best value version. It's the only version that has the CKF wash and the only version that has zirconium on it. This is an absolute tank. Let me show you this. This is an XM24. Sorry. Wow. The Eagle Rock is freaking gigantic. It's huge. It's 9.7. Look at the action on this. Oh my gosh. Absolutely insane in that compound grind. These are still available at NC Blade. They are expensive, but they are incredible. Shay, 5969. Welcome to Nights Around. Welcome back to Nights Around. Raise your swords for Shay. Enjoy the badges and emojis. Guillotine action, absolutely. It's super smooth. It's crazy smooth. I'm gonna refocus real quick. The live stream cam, just hold on. Let me kick my quality back up so I can see what I'm looking at here. I'm gonna refocus right there. Is that helpful? Wonder if it's gonna change. Maybe not. The live stream just does not. The camera does not like this area up here. There we go. It's fixed a little bit. How's the custom dagger coming along? Well, a little bit nervous right now because he shipped it and it hit customs. It hit customs in Chicago. And then it was released from customs, at least that's what it says. And it's been 2 weeks and no update. So I talked about this in the Knife Guy episode. Both of us, Ali and I, are both getting a little nervous. But I've got my fingers crossed. So that would be a pretty painful... I think I said $2,000. It's actually, it was over $2,000. That'd be a pretty painful $2,000 loss. I mean, it wouldn't be his fault. He shipped it correctly. I called in and they said, let me confirm that. I was like, yeah, I want to know where this is at. And they said, let's confirm your address first, make sure it's right. And they said, yeah, your address is correct. So it wouldn't be Ollie's fault. So we're both a little nervous. Rich Campbell, thanks for your donation. Very generous of you. Thank you. Yeah, it probably is just sitting in a container and they scan the container. But it's still a little nerve-wracking, you know. He told me, he's like, I've actually shipped builds that were done after yours and they've already made it. So what Strider is it? It's MSC SMF. So it's the Performance Series in full titanium. The big boy, SMF. Got one with no lock stick. No lock stick. And perfectly centered, which is not always the case with those Striders, man. Usually you get lock stick, and that was I just looked at my camera and it looks like I'm trying to fudge the centering. I'm dead serious. This guy is freaking centered on the dot. Absolutely needle perfect. They have to fill a pallet going your direction before leaving customs. It's normal. All right. That makes me feel way better, actually. In the Knife Guy episode, I was like, if anybody could offer insight, and what I meant was, if anybody could, like, let me curl up while you, like, pet me and tell me everything's going to be okay, that would be greatly appreciated. So, it's a freaking... it's a $2,200 custom dagger. He made every last part of it, even the Damascus he made himself. So... true, it's one of a kind. He told me, he's like, I've never made anything like this. So it's just like really scary to think that some ding dong goofball was like, oh, cool. You know? Some freaking mattress wizard just has it like hanging off his belt. If you can hear yelling in the background, that's my wife and my kids playing Mario Kart 8. I finally got 4 controllers for the Switch, and we've been playing like family Mario Kart, and they have all gotten super into it. Even my wife has gotten into it. So they're all on the other side of the wall playing Mario Kart. Yeah, you can't play Mario Kart without yelling. Ugh. It is a good family game until somebody starts to get mad, you know? Until somebody spends the whole race in first place. And, you know, getting blue shelled right before the finish line, like everybody's heard about that. But it's really painful when you go from first place to 5th place, because second, third, and fourth are all right behind you, waiting for you to be blue shelled, and then you get 5th place at the end. So that's a brutal loss. Yeah, the Stitch is very good. The Stitch is extremely good. And you know, I actually just bought another auto stitch. If you guys have ever wondered what happened to my auto stitch, I actually gave that to a buddy who really wanted it. And I realized, like, I figured I'd just pick another one up at some point. I was like, surely they won't be that hard to get. Well, yeah, they are. I noticed that they had released some cool different variants for 2023. And so I told my patrons about this, but and I know that many of you know this trick, but I'll share it with everybody. When I'm looking for a weird version of, like, let's say a Microtech, this works really well for Microtech. If you're looking for like a special version of a Microtech and you just can't seem to find it at all the, the kind of streamlined retailers, Slushy gifted 10 Metal Complex memberships. Thank you very much, Slushy. I appreciate that. Congrats to the people who won them. But if you're looking for a special one that seems to be hard to find, what I do is I go to I know a lot of you guys do this, but if you don't know, it's going to make your day. A lot of you are actually going to score the knives you want tonight by using this very method. Go to the Microtech website if we're looking for a Microtech, for example, and just pull up their list of authorized retailers and start going down the list of all the retailers that you have never heard of. Many times, those retailers will have weird, odd variants of things just sitting there in stock and nobody knows about it. And sure enough, some place, Best something or other, Firearms, this or that, had a fully blacked out 2023 stitch with the blacked out hardware, blacked out blade, everything for a little over $400. I think it was $420. And I was like, oh, heck yeah, awesome. So got that ordered and it should be in on Monday. But yeah, you can do that with a lot. I mean, I've even seen it work with Hinderer periodically. You can go to the Hinder Knives website and look up their authorized retailers. Every now and then you can find a retailer just sitting there with a couple Hinders in stock that nobody knows about. You know, not as easy with Hinderer, but with a company like Microtech, it is a little bit easier. That's what it is. Only the best firearms was who had it. Adam, I would honestly just look up a list of Chris Reeve or Reeve Knives, Chris Reeve Knives authorized retailers. Kevin Stewart says, "Wee!" Hey, Kevin Powell, I don't see the link to enter the giveaway. It's there. I'm looking at it. Open the description. It says enter here, right at the top. You might need to refresh the live stream. Oh, I bet Hinder and Microtech booths were both packed. I thought I had a few people say, "Hey, I'm here. Is there anything you want me to try and snag from the Hinder booth?" And I was like, "Man, this really feels like cheating." So I didn't. My budget is spent. Outside of, I do have a pile of knives I need to sell. If you're a patron, I know you guys have been hearing me say I have a huge knife sale coming up. I really do. I have like 30 knives that I'm going to sell on Patreon, and all of them are going to be heavily discounted. All of them are brand new. They're all things that I've reviewed and I'm done with. So I always say this, if you're ever wondering what I do on Patreon, I do exclusive knife sales, I do exclusive giveaways. You can join for $1 a month. I made it as cheap as possible for anybody who wants to get in on it. There's a link for Patreon down below. And then I take that money and I buy more knives with it. And then I turn those knives into more content and repeat the cycle. So there's a massive, actually the biggest knife sale I've ever done on the channel is coming up on Patreon here. I'm going to pretty much guarantee it's going to take place in the next month. No, I'm not going to list them on the channel. It's the knife sale is Patreon only, and I don't want to incentivize specifically that way. That really feels like, I mean, what I'm doing right now, you could say like, well, you're kind of dangling a juicy worm on a hook in front of us anyway, you know. But if I put it up on a community tab, and I'm like, you can pay me for, you know, I don't know. This is how this is about as far as I'm willing to push it. Is when I talk about it on live streams, right? So yeah, that's what that's something that's coming up on Patreon. Will any fixed blades make the sale? Possibly. I really don't have any fixed blades I'm wanting to sell right now. The ZT I'm keeping. I definitely like that one. But I didn't get that one for free. I had to pay for it. Rich EDC. Yeah. But that's not the only thing I do there. The idea behind Patreon is to support the channel for anybody who is willing to. But Patreon is not exclusively a place that I like. It's not like I only do knife sales there. There's weekly exclusive content where I talk about what's coming up on the channel. I do private giveaways that are just for patrons, just a monthly thank you for supporting me. And it is, again, at the discretion of, you know, people who want to join. If you don't like it, then you can just not do it. So, but yes, essentially that is correct. That's why I have a $1 tier to make it as cheap as possible for anybody who likes the idea of getting a $300 knife for $150. No, the channel memberships are entirely separate from Patreon. If you purchase a membership, like Kevin, you have the gold helmet, you have the badges, and you have the Excalibur emojis, and that's purely for support here directly through YouTube. I kind of give people a choice because some people don't care about Patreon, and some people, you know, do. Some people, you know, only care about the badges and stuff like that. I just give people options, and that way people can support the way that they want to, or not at all, right? I think it's best to have options. David Robinson, welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Swords for David. Colton Etherly, did I pronounce your name correctly? Putting the money back into the channel gives fans like us great content. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you're investing in me. The knife sale is not, it's TBD. I do a knife sale on Patreon like once every 2 to 3 months. And this last one has piled up massively. It's been like 3 to 4 months, but I have this massive pile of knives. So I got to get my taxes done first. No, I never. You can. There are a ton of patrons in here. You can ask them. I have never oversold anything on Patreon. Whatever. I'm not talking about MSRP. Whatever the retail is, the street price, I take that and slash it like crazy. I will never take a knife that I paid. Let's say I bought a knife for $400. I never take it and throw it on Patreon and mark it up to $600. I'd never do that. Anything that I sell personally is going to be less than what I paid for it, and honestly, substantially less than the original street price, even if that secondary value has gone up. I don't manipulate my patrons that way. That would be really slimy. Not when the channel functions perfectly fine by doing it this way. Never MSRP. It's always 2/3 or half of street price. That's true. You do get a discounted knife, but there's no warranty on it. I mean, technically. If you were to say, I bought this from Metal Complex's Patreon, then at that point, yeah. Sure. But I'll let you do with that information what you will. How do you know if you win? Because later on in the live stream, I'm going to announce the winner, and I'll show their name. Joining this group was the best decision I've made in a long time. Awesome. I'm not going to speak for my patrons, but I have to assume that they're pretty happy. We've been doing Patreon the same way for years, and everybody seems pretty happy with it. I tried to set it up in a fair way initially, and in a way that directly benefited the channel, and in a way that people could actually see, like, here's what he's doing with the funds, So, yeah. Well, it's not that they're sassy. They just want to make sure. They want to be like, wait a minute. So you're getting knives for free, and then you're discounting them and making money off of people who already support you? Depends on how you word it, right? But again, as long as I'm always upfront about exactly what I'm doing, yes, I get a lot of free stuff. It's to a massive benefit to the channel to take that stuff, sell it at a discount to people who support me, and then take that money that they gave me and then put it back into the channel to create more content for everybody to enjoy. I think doing anything else with that money would actually be kind of a slap in the face to the people who support me, Like, what if I was like, listen, I took your money this month and I bought a motorcycle for myself? No. At least something I can put on the channel. No. Toasty turds. None of the knives on the table are the giveaway. The title says mystery knife giveaway, and the mystery knife is actually up here. You can't even see it. It's not on the table. These are just knives to look at. I do not have the Timex Ace Sandstorm. I believe one of my patrons bought that from me for $250 or something like that. Dwayne Manuel, there's only one name that's going to be called because there's only one knife that's going to be given away, and it'll be called later. There must be a lot of new people in here tonight. There must be a lot of people who have never hung out in the live stream. Most of the time, people kind of already know how this works, but for some reason, there must be a lot of new people tonight. That's fine. Can you show us the Max Ace? Sure. You got to be careful kicking that thing out. It actually has a pretty good detent. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why all of a sudden YouTube kicked the notifications out to a bunch of newer people. I mean, that's fine. I'm happy. It's just I've never had so many questions about the giveaways before, but that's fine. I'm a new subscriber. All right. Well, that's fair, Toasty. That's fair. If you're new, you got to ask questions, so that's fine. Yeah, you got to make sure and follow the instructions, though. Just being here won't enter you. So how to enter? There's only one step. There's a link in the description. You simply open the description of the very live stream you're watching right now and click on the very first link. It says enter here. There's a short video that goes over the rules. All you need to do is leave a PG rated comment under that video and you're entered. That's all you got to do. Leaving a comment in live chat will not enter you. You have to follow the link. Adam says, I'm new here too. With that green helmet. Oh, maybe he is. I don't know. What's the top middle knife? That's the Bestech Mothus, which is actually really cool. It's Bestech's bar lock. And I actually really like the entire profile of the knife. The blade profile is good too. This is a very... The tension on this. This is got to be like the most tension I've ever felt on a bar lock. I mean, those Omega Springs must be huge. There's a lot here. But it feels really good, and the action is good, too. I mean, it's nice and smooth. You know, diarrhea is hereditary. Runs in your genes. Pretty good joke, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I might steal that. What's the third knife top row? Is that what we just talked about? This one? That's the Mothus, the Bestech Mothus. We'll go back to the tavern music next week. Pinky flip. The RR station. Oh! Tactical pinky flip. Only the elite level 100 ninja clan can do it. So, unless you're properly initiated and have gone through the decades of training required, you're simply not worthy. So, and also you get you're automatically in the NBA after you do that. So, just letting you know, don't even try. What's the bottom right blade? This is the Dawn V2. This is actually mine. And it is as close to a perfect, I mean, like, you know, I understand that's really subjective, but it's really just about a perfect EDC knife. And this version, the V2 with the countersunk liner, or the nested liner lock, is just wonderful. Textured titanium, this has got a purple, bluish purple pivot collar, stonewashed blade. Front flipper, nice little fuller there for the reverse flicks and all of that stuff. But just beautiful ergos. Nice choke up spot. Great pocket clip. He's got a bald spot shaved underneath that clip. Really great. The Dawn V2 is just about as good as it's going to get for that model. Really nice. Where's the Wii knife from the other day? I'll get it out because I really like that one. This is one of those where, don't get me wrong, I think the price is still pretty freaking high. On the Zithius, this guy, the Zithius, sorry. It's still high, but God, it's such a good knife. Like, it's so cool. This is, like, they actually tried on this one. Hold on, I got a bunch of stuff here I gotta get out. Yeah, God, this is so good. Snappiest, most crisp action ever that I've ever felt on a button lock. Ridiculous. Carbon fiber, they call it an integral backspacer. It's really a wraparound. It's a U-shaped backspacer that sheathes into the frame. Beautiful. Love it. It's such a good-looking knife. Oh, man. Huge fan of this one. Beautiful ergos, too. I'll leave this one out here. A sticker in there. I'm gonna check and see how they're doing at Mario Kart. Are you winning, son? Who's winning? Oh, they didn't even want to talk to me. Okay. He didn't even want to talk to me. I leaned out there and he goes, "How am I not even in third?" He just didn't want to talk. Go away, Dad. Yeah. He's not interested. What was the last knife? The Wii Zithius. Apparently I released that video on that too early. I was supposed to wait. Whoops. So, well, now you all know. It's really nice. A lot of times, like, I won't let companies tell me what I can and can't say. But if they're like, hey, we really would appreciate it if you would wait until they're actually available. Like, I get that, you know. I get that. I goofed on that one, so. No, Wee's not mad. They were actually really nice. They were like, hey, thanks so much for the video. Thanks so much. We really appreciated it. But it's not actually released yet, so maybe next time if we could try to wait until it's actually available. And I was like, yeah, my bad. So, no, their reps are always super nice. They never tell me what to do. They always ask politely. They're like, if you could, if it's okay, would you please wait until it's released? So, oh my God, they're screaming out there. Well, I mean, yeah, I get that like people probably are pre-ordering, but I can also understand like they're a business, right? So they probably have seen that it's better for them if somebody talks about this stuff when people can actually get it. And it's also annoying for a lot of people to be like, Metal Complex gets everything early and we have to sit here and fight over it, right? So I can kind of understand. What's everybody flipping tonight? Yeah, let me know what you guys are carrying tonight. So is it a smoother jazz night? It's kind of, this is a different playlist. It's kind of mellow piano classical. Good evening, Complex and everyone. Smash the like. Please, smash the like. Yes, slap it around. Slap that like button. Headbutt that like button. Just sit on it. Do a cartwheel on the like button. Put some Greek yogurt on the end of a canoe paddle and slap the beans out of that like button. Nola Saints, welcome to Nights Around Nights. Raise your swords for Nola Saints. Enjoy the badges and emojis. Stab the like button. Is that the right word? Stab it. Will that get you guys to do it? Levi's Bunker, thanks for your donation. Appreciate that. I slapped it. I'm not gonna read that one. Oh man. Exploit the like button's personal insecurities. I like that one too. This is beautiful. It's woodland, sort of meadow music. This is Disney meadow music. It's like right as the movie opens up initially and there are no problems yet. You're just like, you know, or you're starting an RPG and it's like the first town that you grew up in before like, you know, the king's army comes and like destroys everything because he's evil because like a witch like got her weird orb too close to the king and now she like took over him and whatever. Insert typical JRPG plot.
Yes, the witch's orb has taken control of the mind of the king. You must smash the orb of the witch with the golden lance of glory and
Whatever. Fight these goblins until you're level 70 and take the end boss. Yeah, it sounds like a great Dungeons and Dragons story. No Lux Given. Thanks for donation. How do you feel about the quiet carry Waypoint now that it's been around for a while? I'm thinking about buying a knife in that price range, and it's kind of at the top of my list. The Waypoint's cool. I can understand why a lot of people like it. I think it's made well. I think it's priced pretty okay. It's just not the most attractive thing to me. It's like I like it. It's kind of like how I feel about the Sebenza. It's a good knife. I think it's made well. I think it's priced well. I think it's very capable. It just doesn't really push any buttons for me. It just doesn't make the little lightning bolts in my brain go off, you know? It doesn't give me the good feelies. And that's a personal thing, you know? Got my first hinder and first frame lock. Nice. Good first of each. Mr. Cheezel, thank you so much for that donation. Have you been watching The Last of Us? It's pretty gnarly and a good watch. Also, ever handle a Resco Gooseworks? I have not handled the Gooseworks, and I've not watched The Last of Us yet. Please don't spoil it. I'm sure you guys will in chat because people do that. I mean, I haven't actually even played the games, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my god, unsubscribe, you idiot. You freaking mud hole of a human being. You haven't played. All right, easy, okay? But I haven't watched it yet, and I've heard it's very good, so I'll have to watch it. Jarrett Leslie, welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Swords. All hail. Easy, hey. There is a horse. Dude, I said no spoilers. I want to find out about the horse. I've learned to not tell chat like what games I'm playing, what books I'm reading, what shows I'm watching, what movies I've just learned to like not say that because people are just like, ugh, Snape kills Dumbledore. Like, man. Watch, I just ironically ruin Harry Potter for somebody who's never read it and planned on it. You What's my favorite game right now? My favorite game that I've played recently is Elden Ring, but I have completed it. I'm just waiting on the DLC. I'm in New Game Plus at like level 188 or something. What's my favorite OTF knife? The Deadlock Model C from Hawk Knives. Beautiful. Perfect switchblade. Have you ever reviewed the PMP User 2? I think so. It's hard to remember. Wait, hold on. Hey MC, where do I go after Benchmade, Spyderco, and ProTech? Truthfully, there are a lot of really, really good Chinese production companies that you can move up to. It sounds weird, up to from some of this US stuff. But if you want to stay strictly in the USA line, you have to jump up quite a bit. From Benchmade, Spyderco, and ProTech, Microtech is the next obvious one if you like autos. Obviously, you do if you like ProTechs. They're definitely in a higher average tier for price. Hinderer, Reeve, Demco, Medford. You know, people are on one side of the fence or another about Medford. I wouldn't go after Strider because they tend to be way overpriced on secondary. Les George, Harzy, trying to think of some other ones that are right there in that $400 to $600 price range, or $300 to Hogue is good, but Hogue is kind of on the same. They're in the same area. Like if he's climbing the ladder, right? Heretic also good. Spartan. I said Harzy. Spartan. I was thinking of the Spartan Harzy, not Harzy. Spartan knives. Brown is good, but they're way up there. That's like when you're done with Hinderer and you want to like bump into like Custom Knife Factory, Harmon, Shiro, you know, Grimsmo, a lot of that stuff. Brown is in that territory. Chavez is great. Max Ace, Riot. I mean, if you're going to go the Chinese route. Three Rivers, yeah. TRM is awesome if you can get your hands on their stuff. I've got... Here, speaking of TRM and knives that make everybody angry. Let me get the one that I've got that everybody wants. You guys know I love doing this to you, right? You could try to hunt down a titanium TRM Shadow. Oh, we got some fingerprints on this shiny boy. Let me just give her a little shineroo here. There we go. That's a good one for sure if you can find it. Beautiful, beautiful knife. I know, the flex. Sorry. I was waiting on that one for a while. Rub it in. I think at this point, I've talked about this so many times, the term gas station knife has absolutely no meaning anymore. Every single knife I think that I've ever shown has been called a gas station knife. There are even people who would call the Sebenza a gas station knife, right? And I think it's been so muddied of what that term originally meant. Anymore, it just means a knife that I don't like the look of. Based on my own preferences, this knife is not a knife that I like the look of, so it is therefore a gas station knife. Not the Sebenza. Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it. I technically have the only real gas station knife that exists, and I'll share it with you guys. There's actually only one. Give me a sec. You guys ready? The only gas station knife that actually exists is this. No, this is it. Everybody else who thinks they know what a gas station knife is, you don't know. This right here, huh? Yeah. This was a gift from Scott. I think for 200K. I'll never ever let this go. So that just cracked me up, man. $778 people in here tonight. What is up? Just here very shortly, we're going to be announcing the giveaway knife and drawing a name. So if you're just showing up, make sure you're entered. Follow the instructions right here to enter. Sorry, music getting a little intense there. Celebrating 36 months as a knight. What's up, Stacy? Thanks so much for being a part of the Knights of the Round for so long. That's awesome. No Lux Given. Thanks for the donation. Have you seen the Boker TRPPR in MagnaCut? Literally no one on YouTube has really talked about it. No, but maybe I should. James Harrell, thanks for your donation. Sorry, chat's taken off there. When are you going to get a Glycon review? It's on my list of like the next... If you have one, if anybody has one and they want to loan it to me for like 8 weeks, you'll get it back and I'll keep it in perfect shape. But I do need to review that knife for sure. You can email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram if you have one you want to loan. What do you think of the new Riant Dual front flipper with 2 blade types? Is that the one that Crane's Color is showing off? I think it's interesting. I don't know how practical it is, but it's interesting. Alexandria Mazalu. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. Thanks, Daniel Cab. Should have done in Kansas game going into overtime. I wouldn't if the game went into overtime, I wouldn't be doing the live stream right now. Probably not. Nah. It doesn't, the term gas station knife doesn't even mean anything anymore, right? It's just a term that people have latched onto so that they, you know, they're like, oh, this is the thing that people say, or I better start saying it about literally anything and everything, which technically is still accurate because gas station knives don't really have a particular aesthetic. I mean, there's like stuff that you always see, like the weird like blue flame skulls and the, you know, but you also see like blacked out, like really it just means like really, really cheap, junky knife, right? A lot of times it has a flashy, unnecessary element, but a lot of that you see in higher end knives anyway. So that's why now, especially the knife community is growing. We have new people all the time. The term just doesn't mean anything, right? It means absolutely nothing. Here's what it means. It means I've never seen anything like that for real. The only thing I've ever seen that comes close is all the stuff that I see at a gas station knife. So at a gas station, so I have no other way to define it, right? It's the gas station stuff is much more common. Nuckin' Futz, welcome to the Knights of the Round. Knights raise your swords. And Isaiah Knudsen gifted a Metal Complex membership, and Mike Reese got it. Congrats. Nice. I mean, garish color or garish color. That's the thing, though. That's super subjective. Like, that's pure preference. Lots of color, not a lot of color. Colors that are in a pattern that are pleasing to certain individuals, right? For like, here's a, let me drop a truth bomb on you. If you say, I don't like knives that are super, super colorful, they make me think of gas station knives, right? I'll tell you something that is an inevitability. The knife world is so vast and so, like, infinite, just ever changing and evolving. If you exposed yourself to nothing but high quality knives that were super incredibly colorful, eventually and inevitably, you would come across one that not only caused you to contradict yourself, right, but you would fall madly in love with the design. It would cause you to do a 180. I would venture to guess that most people who are into super duper high-end custom knives, they got in breaking their own rules, right? Their own standards, what they considered that they loved or didn't like. There was a knife that broke all of the barriers for them and made them realize, I just hadn't seen enough yet. You just haven't found the one for you. That's how it should be rewarded. You think you don't like color until you find the one for you. There's way more that you haven't seen than what you have seen. What are the two bottom left knives? This is the Bestex Slither, which is actually a pretty well-priced 14C 28N flipper. It's got a nice, heavy snub nose, sort of reverse tanto, and it's got a nice long fuller, which you can actually, believe it or not, oh, almost had it. I don't know if I can pinky flip it, but I can flip it with this. But it flips well, runs on bearings. It's a little bit on the chunky side, but it's a nice user, and it's a budget knife for sure. The Slither, spelled Slyther. Yeah, there you go. Perfect example. Me too. I remember looking at the PM2 for the first time, and I was like, that knife is so dumb looking. Why would you ever own that stupid half pair of scissors? You know, stupid Pelican, big, weird eyeball looking blade, stupid. Oh, I actually like it. I remember not liking how the PM2 looked at all. Then you get one and you're like, oh, that makes perfect sense, right? Now it doesn't even really look weird to me anymore. I'm like, oh, that's the Spyderco PM2, right? What time is it? All right, it's 49. It's time for a bathroom break real quick from me. I'll be right back and we'll get the giveaway knife out. All right. Oh, nice. Rexus RS, 10 Metal Complex memberships. Thank you very much. Congrats to people who won. Let's move this stuff out of the way. And last chance to enter. If you're just popping in and you have no idea, how do I enter? I don't know what's going on. There's a link in the description. Just being here, you're not entered. You got to follow the link in the description of the live stream. It's right at the top. It says enter here in all caps. Click on that link. Leave a comment under that video. That's all you got to do. If you don't do that, you're not entered. Move this stuff. Probably not going to totally clear the screen. Some of these are going to kind of be peeking in from the bottom, but... All right. The giveaway knife is a Kunwu. A Kunwu that uses Omega Springs and comes with a bunch of extra sets, actually, in varying tension. We have the Pulsar in blue and black G-Mascus with the beautiful L-Max blade, the nice sheep's footy, whatever you want to call this, slicey sort of sheep's footy L-Max. It does have the their version of the bar lock. Really amazing EDC. I got a whole bunch of these. You guys have probably seen different versions of this being given away on my channel. Kunwu sent me like 5 of them. So this is the next one in line. Brand new. Totally unused. Absolutely perfect center. Very smooth action. Very easy to manipulate. And again, I cannot stress enough, the ergonomics are fantastic. Lefties, this is even one for you because, hallelujah, there's a mounting position for lefties. Look at that, how they did the filler tab. How it accommodates for that slope right there. That's really cool. But yeah, lefties can enjoy this too, fully ambidextrous lock. So there we go. Let me just put that guy right back in there, and we're going to get out the old iPad here. We're going to draw a name. You better enter if you haven't yet. Thanks for the donation. Give me 1 sec here. I'm just pulling up the comment picker website. I'm also consuming Gatorade. Sorry. I also have to copy the link from YouTube, which I haven't done yet. Good thing YouTube's recommending my own videos to me. That way I know they're still recommending my stuff. That's good. Okay. I'm going to do this all live. We're going to refresh the page so everybody knows it's a fresh page. There we go. And then we're going to, scroll down here. And I'm going to paste the link so you guys can all see it. Come on now. There we go. Paste. There's the link. You're welcome to type it in yourself and make sure it actually goes to the video you entered under. We're going to filter duplicate users. That stops those people who left like a million comments from having it actually count. Everybody gets 1, right? We're going to scroll on down here. Do some math here. And we're going to get YouTube comments. Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Probably about, I'm going to guess 1,300 or 1,400 comments, given that there's about 1,000 people in here right now. 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500. All right, more than I thought. 1,590 comments, which means, yeah, you got a little less than a 33% chance of the person who wins is actually in here. I'm sorry, a little bit less than a 66% chance that the person who wins is actually in here. But a 1 in 1,590 chance of winning the Pulsar tonight. Good luck, everybody. The winner of the Pulsar is... If I know Bruce is in here, Brett, I responded to a comment from him a little bit ago. Bruce Levering, congrats. No, that is not possible. He's won twice. Now everybody's going to say this is rigged. No way. Are you kidding me? Has he actually won twice? Bruce didn't even What? Yeah, no, he's definitely won once. I didn't know he won twice. That is astronomical. Holy crap. Are you kidding me? Is Bruce in here? Hey, it's fully random. I mean, the seriously, the website is not associated with YouTube at all. Oh man, yeah, buy a lotto ticket. That's nuts. No way he's actually won mine twice already. That's ridiculous. He's here? He said draw again? Hold on, let me get this from Bruce. Let me get this that he actually wants me to draw again. Hold on. Bruce, type it again, man. Do you actually want me to redraw? I'm looking for your sword icon right now. I'll recognize it immediately. Yeah, draw again. All right. Okay. Did you really? Is this the third time you've won? Holy crap, man. That's crazy. All right. I'll redraw. Let's do the whole thing over. That's very kind. Everybody give Bruce a thumbs up in the chat. The guy's being real nice. We're redrawing. Give me a sec. I'm drawing the winner. All right. We're going to refresh the page. We're going to do it again. You got the golden trophy on the Star Cup? Nice. All right. Here we go. Let's paste it again. Whoops. That's the wrong link. I guess we got to go back and get the link again. Hold on. Copy the link. All right. Let's refresh the page again. This way everybody knows. Okay. There we go. Come down here. Yeah, watch him win again. Paste. Is this right? Why does it keep giving me this? Oh, I'm copying the live stream link. I'm sorry. I'm copying the link to the freaking live stream. Hold on. Stupid. No wonder. I was like, why does that link look different? All right, let's try this one more time. We're going to refresh the page. Stupid guy. All right. Now the entry link should look right. There it is. There's the entry link. I'm going to go down here. 8 plus 8, 16. Get YouTube comments. Should still be the same. Yeah, if he wins again, I don't know how I'm gonna like convince people that this isn't rigged. I can't believe that. Oh, I didn't filter? Oh crap, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we gotta do it again. God dang it. Okay, let's try this one more time. There's the link. Filter duplicate users. Let's do some math. There. There we go. The knife I'm giving away is worth 180 bucks. Should be the exact same number of comments. No, there's more now. Oh, that makes sense. There's more now that we have taken extra time to do this. So now there's a 1 in 1,622 chance. Okay, here we go. Ready? Ben M. AMC LFG. All right, the new winner is Ben M. Let me blow that up here so everybody can see. There we go. Ben M, you have won. Congratulations to Ben M. please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your shipping information. I'll have a quick, way for you to, authenticate yourself. And then I'll get this shipped out on Thursday. Somebody actually did try to scam my the last giveaway. I keep telling people, there's always people, if you're new and you're thinking, I bet I could scam that, listen up. Your plan of making an email address that says benm@gmail.com and then pretending that you were the one who left the comment, that is a stupid plan. Don't do that. I promise you, I can see through that. You are not the first person ever to try that. You are not a hacker from the Matrix. You are an idiot. I promise you that won't go over well. Do not try to steal these winnings from the people who actually won. I have a very easy way of determining whether or not you're telling the truth. It is so simple, and there is nothing you can do to get around it. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. But Ben, you absolutely can email me. Absolutely 100%. But yeah, somebody actually did try that. They're like, I bet.
Oh, genius. Yes, of course, my genius reigns supreme. I will use the name of the winner. Yes, create an email account with that name. Surely that will fool the host.
What are you? Are you 10? Are you 10? God. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Yeah, they're always going to try, but don't do it. I promise you. If that was your master plan, that was a dumb master plan, right? To the person who tried to steal it, man, I can't imagine. I'd love to see the look on their face when I said what I said. I would just love to see the look on their face. So just remember, guy who tried to scam it, I have your address, okay? Anyways, I get bent out of shape when people try to steal stuff that's not theirs. Like, if you didn't win, don't try to steal it. This is Ben's now. This is Ben's property. It's nobody else's. These idiots who try to steal this stuff, they don't think it through at all. And once I've got them, you can tell they just immediately poop their pants. How did he see through my plan? Ah! Registered a new Gmail account. God, I used my entire high school education on that scheme. Oh, man. Yeah, Bruce, that was really kind of you to give up that win. I cannot believe that he won. If he actually did, I cannot believe that he won 3 times. I knew that sword, that looked familiar, but very kind of Bruce to give that up. Bruce, what else did you win from me? Bob? No, it wasn't Bob. It's just somebody who, it's minimum effort, right? But I let this guy give me his address first. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going until he gives me his address, and then I broke it to him. So, well, I mean, even if the guy who tried to scam the last one is listening, it's not like he actually is going to feel any shame. I mean, he's safe, right? He's all wrapped up in his little blanket and in his little Cheeto stained underwear. Nobody knows who I am. I don't, just sitting there playing Animal Crossing. Idiot. I don't know. I think Animal Crossing is actually a pretty fun game, but I'm just trying to imagine I don't have to say who I am, so no one's gonna be mad at me. They don't ever have to, unless I decide to put his address out there for everybody to see. They don't ever have to deal with it. How do you get to the point in your life where you're like, Yeah, I'm totally gonna try and like steal this giveaway item. Like, how do you get to that point where you're like, I feel okay about doing this? Like, I'm not even gonna acknowledge the type of rotten person that I am, but I'm just totally gonna do this. Jeez, I don't get it. Wait, what did Bruce win? I didn't even see. He won the Kaiser Sheepdog and the Max Ace Killer Whale. Oh, nice. Yeah, you have had a few. Okay, good deal. I 3 times. That is crazy. What are the odds? Is anybody actually good at math in here? Let's say the first time he won, the live participation was something around the total amount of entries was like 400. The second time he won, if the entries were 800 or 900, and the third time just now, the entries were 1600. What are the odds of him winning 3 giveaways if I have done probably 50? Would you say 50 giveaways? Can anybody calculate that? Does anybody have the expansive math brain to calculate the exact odds of that? Let's just say it's true RNG, which I know that doesn't exist. Let's say it's true RNG. Just pretend. 1 in 384 million, is that actually correct? Is it really? 1 in 384 million? I don't know. I don't know how to calculate it. 3 and 3.5 millions of winning 3 times out of 50. The odds are 50%. 16,000. You're not, well, what do I add them together? We're getting wildly different. I'm getting anywhere from 1 in 16,000 to 1 in 30 million. One in 5,100. You lose 100% of the chances you don't take. That's true. That's very, yeah. I feel like everybody's calculating odds differently. There's an actual mathematic way to do this, and everybody's calculating it differently. I gotta ask my sister-in-law, who I think could actually give me the equation. I'm too stoned to do math. Okay, fair enough, man. You're excused. Oh man. Yeah, I know you'd have to look at the algorithm. I'm just saying, like, let's pretend it's just straight up like ether odds, just God RNG, you know, true randomness. I'd like to see all the methods, everybody. I mean, we're seeing a few different methods, and some of them are more or less complicated, but we're getting wildly different answers, you know. For all I know, one of you is correct. I just don't know who. I'm not the math guy, you know. Did you see how long it took me to do 7 plus 5? I'm clearly not the one who's cut out for calculating the odds. Again, if I've done 50 giveaways, right? The first total number of entries was about 400 that he won. The second that he entered, there were 800 entries. And the third one, here recently, there were 1,600 entries. Now, I think it's safe to assume that Bruce has probably entered 20 or so, right? But he's won 3. So let's say he won 3, and let's say he entered all 50 of them, which I don't think he did. Let's say he entered 25. He won 3 out of 25 giveaways, and the odds of winning were anywhere from 1 in 400 to 1 in 1,600. and he won 3 of them out of 25 that he entered, or I'm guessing. It's pretty low, not astronomical. I was exaggerating, but the odds are pretty freaking low, man. They can't be 3 and 25. No, because think about all the other participants that are entering per giveaway. No, you can, like, I always make that clear. Like, if you've won in the past, you can win again. But I made that rule thinking no one's ever going to win more than once. There's no way. I mean, like, I would have to, technically, for somebody to have a 100% chance of winning twice, let's say that I could somehow make it to where that it was fixed. There were 1,000 entries per giveaway every single time, right? In order for any individual to win twice and have a 100% guarantee based on, the odds, they would have to enter 1,000 giveaways to win twice, right? After you've won once, you'd have to enter 1,000 more to win again if the odds are 1 in 1,000, right? So I felt like there's no way. I'm not gonna have 1,000 giveaways in my career as a YouTuber. It's just not gonna happen. 1,953,125,000. I feel like that's a stretch. 1 in 25,000, 1,000 per video participated. 25. Interesting. Bobster Lobster, thanks for the donation. I believe the math would be 1 in 400. 1 in 16. It's been a while since my quantitative reasoning class. I don't know what I'm looking at here. It looks pretty impressive though. If we go by this equation, then maybe I don't know. I'll try and screenshot this, and I want to talk to my sister-in-law about this tomorrow. Yeah, Thomas Lake's correct. There's not enough information. I'm having to guess about a lot of it. I'm not giving you. I'm crushing the parameters in to make it simple. But I think the actual the perfect odds, getting accurate odds, is going to be really difficult. So. The closest I've ever come to this is trying to get a shiny Pokemon. And it was like in the newer games, it's like 1 in 1,600 or 1 in 1,800. And I was like, man, so if I reset the game 1,600 times, there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to get a shiny starter. That's the last time that I messed with any of this. Or if you're trying to get a rare drop, right? You're trying to farm for a rare drop. Some of that super rare stuff, old days of World of Warcraft, was 2% or less for the Warglaves or the Hammer, right? Which is way better odds, right? It's way better odds. All right, I want to play some Mario Kart before they all quit. They're all going to quit and be like, no, you can't play. So, congrats to Ben M. If he's in here or not, I don't even know if he actually was in here, but congrats. We're going to do another awesome giveaway next weekend. Cross your fingers for me that my super ultra custom amazing fixed blade comes in, because I really want that thing. Thanks to everybody who has been supporting the channel, who is currently supporting the channel. Thanks to everybody who's watching, just being here, just having a good time. I appreciate it. I've got lots more content to come. That's going to be pretty much it for this evening's Mystery Knife Giveaway live event. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Saturday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.